And we'll turn it over to the media.
First and foremost, Coach Fitch, Ouachita Christian, what a battle, as it was 2 years ago. Just two teams that get it, do it the right way, respect each other, play the game, and what a barn burner. And you know, score didn't indicate obviously what it ended up being. Me, myself, just grateful. That's been the message all day to these guys. Be grateful, result aside. If this was a win or a loss, it didn't change the amount of gratitude I have in my heart for the community, for these players, for the faculty, staff, admin, everybody that picked up slack this week. What an experience. It's been a heck of a week. The last 48 hours or so have been as picture perfect as they could be, and these guys deserve this. They do. This has been 4 years in the making. This has been a process. We've been trying to kick this door down for 5 years, and we finally blew it open, and I couldn't be more proud.
Hey, again, when you have a question, raise your hand. I'll bring the mic. Questions?
Coach, you talked about it for yourself, but what does it mean for you for the senior class and especially, of course, the kind of star elephant in the room here, Jonathan Dartez? What is your, talk about your connection with him and growing with him over these last few years, and what this means, how important it is for you to feel like he was able to do this, and for the entire team to be able to do this?
First question with the seniors, there's a reason those 12 guys won't grab that trophy. The example that they have set this year and how they go about work, how they execute the little things, you know, the list is endless, and I'm not going to get into it, but exactly how young men should be, the way they handle themselves. So to those seniors, they couldn't have done it any better. They couldn't have handled themselves any better throughout the entirety, really, of their careers. And for this guy right here, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because there's no possible way I can keep my composure talking about this kid. One is one of one. There is not gonna be another guy come through our hallways that has that kind of competitive fire. And I hope there is, but I don't foresee it. I've watched it for 4 years. I go back to ERAT 36-34. That's when we knew. That's when we knew that he was going to be our guy for a while. And records aside, numbers aside, 47 times in the state championship game, buddy. That's unbelievable. He deserves this.
Hey, Coach in the back. When we talked to you earlier this week, one of the main things that you were speaking of is putting 2022 in the past, not really focusing on that game and keeping the main thing the main thing. How are y'all able to get that established so easy on in the week and make sure to really execute when it came to today?
Yeah, I can bring this up now. 2022 played a huge role in this game, not because it was Ouachita Christian, but those guys, that senior group, and I'm not going to go into names. I hope they know I'm thinking about them right now, and I don't want to forget one. But they showed us the way. You know, I asked John in the middle of the first quarter, this one feels different, doesn't it? And then that was because we had been here. It was because we knew kind of what the path was and what it was going to take and the kind of focus and attention it was going to take to execute the things we needed to execute. And the game itself stood on its own, but those 2022, that groups had a lot to do with this thing.
Well, Aaron, news for team. John, what was it, 43, 47 runs that you did here in this previous game? I was watching the fourth quarter. Your linemen were picking you off of the ground. That's how tired you were. How tired are you, and how well will you sleep tonight?
Yeah, I'm still very tired, but I mean, with a win, it's not that bad. Yeah, sleeping tonight. I think I'm gonna sleep pretty fine tonight. You know, knowing that we got to win.
Jonathan, right here, Jamarcus Fitzpatrick, KTC in Lafayette. Just to know that you were part of the team 2 years ago that didn't finish the job and to be able to get it done here, how redeeming and how good does it feel, especially with how things ended last year?
Yeah, it's very satisfying. You know, to play your last high school game with a win, especially since 2 years ago. You know, we lost to the same team. But yeah, you know, shout out to them. They're a very good team. They're very sound, very disciplined. And, you know, I couldn't have done it without my O-line, without my receivers.
Question.